With the release of Rise of the Skywalker ending the Skywalker saga, I decided why not go back and review all the Star Wars films in the Skywalker saga, and as well as any Star Wars films that's been released in the cinema. So let's review them, and today we're going to review the very first one, the one that started it all, Star Wars, initially titled just Star Wars, but then afterwards it was renamed Star Wars Episode 4 A New Hope, and that's a 1977 American epic space opera saved the galaxy from the Empire's world-destroying battle station, the Death Star, while also attempting to rescue Princess Leia from the mysterious and villainous Darth Vader. And Star Wars was released in a limited number of theaters back in the US of May 25, 1977, and quickly became a blockbuster hit, leading to its becoming expanded to a much wider release. The film opened to critical acclaim, most notably for its groundbreaking visual effects. It earned a total of $775 million, surpassing Jaws to becoming the highest grossing film of all time until the release of E.T. in 1982. When adjusting for inflation, Star Wars is the second highest grossing film in North America and the fourth highest grossing film in the world. It received 10 Oscar nominations, including Best Picture, winning 7. In 1989, it became one of the first films to be selected as part of the US Library of Congress National Film Registry as being culturally, historically, or aesthetically significant. At the time, it was the most recent film in the registry and the only one chosen from the 70s. In 2004, its soundtrack was added to US National Recording Registry. Today, it is regarded as one of the most important films in the motion picture industry. And Star Wars has been reissued multiple times at Lucas's request, most significantly with its 20th anniversary theatrical special edition, incorporating many changes including modified CGI effects, altered dialogue, re-edited shots, remixed soundtracks, and added scenes. And it ended up launching an industry of time products, including novels, comics, video games, amusement park attractions, and merchandises, also leading to 2 critically and commercially successful sequels in the original trilogy, a prequel trilogy with very often on reviews, a sequel trilogy with polarizing reviews, 2 anthology films, and a spin-off TV series, many of them. And what do I think about this film? Well, let's talk about the good. And what can I say? This is Star Wars, my dude. But before I talk about it, let's give my history on Star Wars. I didn't grow up with Star Wars. I got into Star Wars quite late. Around about 2015 was when I started to get into Star Wars, and yeah, I remember I was like, well, how old? Especially this film, I wasn't feeling it. I didn't really like it. I liked the soundtrack, but I didn't really get it. I didn't understand what importance this film had. I watched the whole trilogy, the original and prequel trilogy throughout, and I was just like, okay. I liked it, but I didn't love it. Then I watched it a second time over before Force Awakens came out, and I was like, okay, I'm digging this film. Rewatching it, I was starting to appreciate the film, the cinematography, and yeah, I was digging it. Then I watched it a third time, and I was like, okay, I'm starting to really love this film series, and I was really digging it. And a fourth time, I really was loving it. And now I'm watching it a fifth time, I think. And my dude, a fifth or sixth time, I think this is the sixth time now. And my dude, every time I watch these films, they just get better and better and better. You notice little things, and you just appreciate it. And let's talk about the good. And okay, the good. I mean, you've gotta love these characters. I love Luke Skywalker. This dude who feels like he has nothing, not realizing that he has a bigger destiny awaiting of him. Lives with his aunt and uncles, fantasizing and dreams about whole new worlds. I love his and Han Solo's kind of like friendship. I like how they just they work off one another, and Leia as well, in the mix, and how they just all both fighting for Leia, but that's a bit cringy on Luke's side, yeah, you're gonna love these 3, and it's so weird seeing how young these guys look, because I'm so used to seeing Mark Hamill, Carrie Fisher, and Harrison Ford as they are now, but when you watch this film, you're like, whoa, particularly Mark Hamill and Carrie Fisher, like they looked so different in this film. Like they looked so young, they looked so youthful, and oh my god, it was so weird seeing them. I really like that. I also just love the whole story, and I like the whole mythology with the Force. It's so interesting, it's so mysterious. I love how Obi-Wan explains what it is, but doesn't explain enough for the audience to understand. How he just leaves you eating, tithering, and I love how I like Obi-Wan. I love Alec Guinness as Obi-Wan. Obviously Ewan McGregor played him well, but my dude Alec Guinness really did portray this aging Jedi Master really well. Like he's so mysterious. He's this old hermit of a dude. He's got a lot of, he's seen a lot of stuff, stand it. And then when he battles against Vader and Luke sees him, and he looks at Luke and he turns to Vader, he was like, and he just smiles. He's just like, like he knew what he was doing. He's just this like, he's just so cool. He's just a cool dude. I really like the cinematography in this film. There's a lot of really great, interesting like sequences. Like there's a lot of like mise-en-scène in this film. There's a lot of like stuff where if you watch it, you're like, oh wow, like the whole binary sun sequence where Luke is basically, he kind of has an argument with his aunt and uncle, saying that he really wants to explore and go out, and he goes and sees the sun, and he's just like, there's no dialogue, there's just the OST from John Williams, and you just see the two suns, and that symbolizes so much, him wanting a destiny more bigger than he is, the two suns symbolizing both him and Vader, both symbolizing the light and darkness, the good side and the bad side of the Force. That one scene just, you can really take a lot from that scene, It's also like the last time Luke is like, it's kind of like loss of innocence in a way, because it's the last time he's gonna be this kind of naive kid in this world, because the next day it's gonna be a whole other story, and it's just, mwah, that is cinema. Love it, absolutely love it. This film also has a lot of very fast-paced editing for a film made in the 70s. For a science fiction film made in the 70s, this was groundbreaking. This changed the industry forever, like the amount of like quick cuts, a lot of fast-paced action, quick witty dialogue. You think 1977 this was made? No wonder people love this film. It's freaking amazing, Ah, my days. You love C-3PO and R2-D2's relationship, I like how R2-D2 doesn't talk, but he's like, he's like really funny and cute. You just love him. C-3PO is just very talkative, sometimes annoying, but lovable protocol droid. You just love those two. Like, I like how they just work off one another and just, it's just so great, And yeah, Chewie, he's really, 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 really great. He's a funny guy. And yeah, let's get onto the big man himself, and Darth Vader, and the Sith Lord of the Galactic Empire who aims to destroy the Rebel Alliance. Oh, this guy. His body actor was David Pross, but his main voice was James L. Jones. And yeah, this guy is just, you love his voice, the deepness of his voice, and this guy is pretty dark and evil, He's just, he makes your skin crawl whenever he walks into the room, Like, when this guy is hit in the room, he's there for business, He's there for business, and when he gets annoyed, this guy, my dude, he has a presence like no other else, I also really like the practical effects. I love the puppetry in this film, Like, I like how real the puppets look compared to the CGI, because I've watched obviously the 20th edition remastered version, and you see some of the CGI effects George Lucas incorporated, thinking that it's going to elevate it, And I'm going to talk about that later on, but the puppetry is so great, because they use real puppets, it gives us a very real effect, like it feels more in the moment and more real and gritty. And I flipping love the puppetry in this film. I love the props of the costumes. I like how they filmed on real locations on Tatooine, like really great. I love some of the space fights. They're just so great and wonderful and just awesome. Just an awesome epic film, Yeah. The one is called a space opera. It is an epic space opera. But as epic as this film is, it does have its mixed aspects. And for me, the lightsaber fight wasn't that intense. It was great, but when you watch the prequel trilogy, it's just like, whoa, that's Jedi at their prime, It's like ballet dancing, acrobatic, it's wow. But this film is very, if you watch these films in episode order, and you go from the epic lightsaber fight in the prequel trilogy to this one, you're going to be a bit disappointed. It's not as epic and great, but that doesn't really matter, It does get better as the films progress. I also noticed there's a few mistakes concerning the audio, like there'll be times when the audio kind of gets a bit muffled and then it will cut to being really clear. And I think that's just how it was at the time, like this George Lucas at the time, he never did anything like this. He was, you cut corners wherever you go, my dude, and that's you really hear in the audio sometimes how it just kind of like it kind of fizzles in and out at times. But I just feel like it's just part of the experience, and there's a lot of mistakes, like the stormtrooper hitting his head, as they're walking, and just little things like that. And yeah, but in terms of negatives of this film, for me, it's the addition of the CGI. Like, the remastered version has all these additional CGI effects. There's only a few sequences involving the Millennium Falcon taking off, which I thought was a nice addition. But any creature designs look terrible, I like the establishing shots of the world. I think they're great, but just the CGI on the creatures look terrible, absolutely terrible. I didn't like them at all. They looked horrible. Some of them are unnecessary. I don't understand why George Lucas wanted to do this. It ruins the experience. I wanted to see the original film not even tampered with, But honestly, apart from that, this film is epic. It's a masterpiece. This is proper cinema right here. I adore this film, and the more times I watch these movies, the more times I love it. And for now, I'm going to give this film a 10 out of 10. I'm going to give it an A star. Go check it out right now, my dudes. But thanks for watching this review. Please like and share this video and comment down below and tell me what's your favorite Disney Star Wars flick. With that said, thanks for watching. As always, Boy Review signing out.